Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Life is Better with Music with Gavin and Mitchell. I mean, we're almost at the home stretch here.
We are
Like,
in the home stretch.
episode 8, we got episode 9 next week. The day before we start World Championships. Then episode 10, 11, 12, and that's season 1 right there. And
hmm
drum corps season will be over.
Sad.
Somehow. So, what I was talking about just now, Mitchell, before we started this, and we're going to talk and we're going to make our estimate for top 12.
There we go. I was assuming that would come either this week or next week.
And next week, if we want to change the list slightly, just, out on
Based
a
on
limb,
town.
yeah, based off of like Allentown and as we approach, literally the day before, I mean, we're going to talk about the top 12 finalists and their placements and captions, who we think will get like each caption roughly, um, and also the first two out. I mean, I'm not talking score range. I'm just saying who's gonna take it. Like, who's this place? Like,
Yeah.
top three or this and that. So I just thought, we're at the end of the season. We're getting to the point to where now we can estimate. Early season, we could not estimate
No
anything.
clue.
Everything was just crazy. Like, cadets somehow like 5 points under Boston for whatever reason, but now it's like, okay, well, they're now a second first place score this year, so it's like now it
Okay,
kind of makes
maybe
sense.
maybe it slightly makes a little more sense, but I still don't agree with it. Oh, 100%. I don't agree with that 100%. I think Boston's definitely going to give Devils a run for their money. I think Devils is going to edge it out just ever so slightly,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it's going to be really close, like 19.
I think because I'm gonna go out on a limb when I do my top 12. Um, we're gonna agree on one,
hmm
but we're gonna kind of say what we would have done. Like, we'll make our top 12 together, and I would be like, oh well, I'll have this person here, like kind of like that. Because honestly, mine is kind of controversial,
Oh no.
and it's just because I believe
How
in these two.
so?
I'll say it now, but I'll get more into why later. I honestly think I don't think Devils will win.
I mean, I could see
Just
either court pulling it out.
just because everyone wants to see it.
That and the
Everyone wants to
fact
s
that Devil's Hornline is relatively younger than what we've been accustomed to seeing.
Yeah, and the thing is, I'm not putting Devils down like
No,
but
no, you
I'm
shouldn't, because they're doing
but
really
I
well this
think
year.
everybody in drum corps right now wants to see Boston win.
I agree.
After 83 years of us being around, like, I think it's our time to finally win. We may never win again, but one at least once. Like,
Yeah.
Bluecoats, they got their one. Like, come on. But what I think is gonna happen is, and
Oh,
this is
um, just looking at it now, I'm looking at this. Devils is at the top with 94.975. Crowns at second with the 94.4, and Crusaders is at third, tied with Bluecoats for a 93.55.
what shows that from?
The most recent ones. These like they're not direct comparisons, but they're like the same scores. Like they're scores that the most recent scores that they've had.
Oh, well. Besides for that,
I just saw that and I thought that was interesting. I think we gotta talk about that because I'm gonna be
I
honest,
I don't
I'm
think
not
that's
as
gonna
high.
stay that way.
No, I don't think that's gonna stay that way. I'm not
There's
really
no
as
way.
high on Crown this year. I
Well,
have my
honestly,
qualms. I
well
have my
this
qualms with
this
the show.
well this is what I think is gonna end up happening. Honestly, I think my top four. Again, I'll explain why later. But my top four, I think, is Boston, Crown, Devils, Coats.
Whoa. Hold up here. Are you sure you didn't flip the second and third one? Just no.
I no. I for some reason my gut's telling me that Boston and Crown are gonna pull it over Devils, and if not both of them, then at least Boston.
I think
I
it's
don't care what
Boston.
that most recent score says.
No, no, you're right.
That's probably from the DCI ranking thing, whatever the heck
Hmm.
that is. I don't even know
Yeah,
when Boston's last
I
show
don't like.
was. Like the scores are silly, but I think that that's gonna happen.
I'm gonna have to disagree there. I
That
think my
I
top
know you. I
four.
knew you were gonna disagree, but that's why it's controversial. I think that it's possible for both of those cores to pull over on Devils.
My top four would have to be either Boston or Devils. I don't really care which one you put it in, which one you say. Like either of them, I'm equal as I'm slightly more inclined, just ever so slightly to say Devils. Like, but we're talking
No,
like
you
50.
should be saying Boston because your best friend's a Boston Crusader.
I know, but I'm thinking 55-45. I'm thinking 55 Devils, 45 Boston. So like really neck and neck. I really think that's true this year. And then I got Crown at third, and then Bluecoats.
Yeah, and honestly, like if I was to throw fifth in there, I think it's possible.
It's possible.
Maybe
I'm just saying it's possible.
cadets.
It's possible, dude. Anything's possible. We've been cleaning a buttload, and I'm
I
telling
don't
you,
know,
it's clean.
but I'll say as of right now that it could happen. But my fifth right now is Vanguard.
Yeah, my fifth right now is Vanguard, but I could see him. I could see cadets getting up to the point in Allentown and scaring the crap out of
Uh huh.
Vanguard, and
And
then
if
cleaning
any
finals magic.
if any core was to pull over Blue Devils this year, it's gonna be either Boston or Crown.
It's gonna be Boston. If anyone does it, it's gonna be Boston. Oh, excuse me. I don't. I have a lot of issues with Crown's program this year, and it's not the performers.
Mm-hmm.
It's the fact that they're very percussion heavy this year, and they're
Oh.
not using the brass enough, in my opinion. It just seems like it's more percussion when that's not been accustomed to that being their strength. I mean, the crown percussion section still like, obviously top tier,
Uh huh.
like, world class, but it's not what Crown's known for. Crown's known for their brass, and they need to be featuring their brass more.
Oh yeah.
And I don't agree with what their book is kind of doing in terms of, I don't want to say lack of brass playing, but I'm going to say lack of brass.
Yeah, but I mean, just to throw two captions out there that I think are just kind of almost guaranteed right now. As of right now, personally, percussion and guard going to Boston.
Hmm.
Like percussion with
Although
Boston this year is like good.
I wouldn't count BD out. And keep in mind the caption winners are an average of all 3 nights, so it's going to come
Mm-hmm.
down to who's most consistent.
Yeah,
So
consistency
you
is
could
a
have like
huge thing.
you could have the best run prelims out of anyone, and then you could have like a fifth place percussion section, run in semis, and then you like finish up like a third. But
Is
the
that how we do
averages,
it
if
for
they don't,
BOA as well?
no, it's
No.
just based on
Okay.
that finals performance or that prelims performance, which that's what I wish DCI would do. But but it preaches, but the way DCI does it, they preach consistency, and
Uh huh.
I don't hate that. I don't have a problem with that. But I feel like if you're performing your best, if your show is designed to peak on finals night, it should peak on finals night, and that should be
Yeah,
accounted for.
I completely agree.
That's just my 2 cents. But let's get into these scores.
So this is the one that we couldn't get to last week. This
Mm-hmm.
is McKinney,
Mm-hmm.
Texas. This is what our last Texas show.
Yes, sir. Our last Texas show.
Crown and Vanguard with basically a 2 point gap, and then underneath that, Blue Stars and Phantom,
Well,
battling out right there.
Crown and Vanguard are more at a point and a half because.
Yeah, I'm just saying like roughly. If
Mm-hmm.
you look at the 91-89,
Right.
um, but in reality, it's more of a 90 to not. Yeah, it's about a point and a half more. But then you have about 4 points under that, Blue Stars and um, Phantom getting close right there. But then Colts is 4 points behind them. But Colts, I want to address Colts more in a little bit.
They have a
And
2 point gap over. They have a 2 point gap over 12th place right now. So just saying.
And I want to say that I think as of right now, with the DCI rankings I took from earlier today before any scores from tonight is released, Knights is out of finals.
Knights is still out of finals.
And Crossman technically is in. So, we'll get into that in a minute. But
Yeah, this is gonna be
last Texas show, end of Texas tour, sad face, but won't get to see it again till next year.
down bad.
Honestly, I think next year I want to try and go out to a Texas show.
Maybe I'll be on tour. Who knows?
Maybe.
We have to figure that all out. That's a whole other.
I could possibly go, but
Hey,
uh,
you wanna march my age out with me? Wanna march alongside me with my age out?
well, I mean, listen, Boston takes their vets back. I don't think they didn't do it because of financials. So,
Yeah.
also, this is apple juice, like Snapple apple. It's a Boston Crusaders glass that has Zoom on the back.
Good chow.
My my papa got it for me.
I will
Stop.
always say that. I will always like talk about whenever Zoom is mentioned. I will just always say good chow, just because.
You're not funny.
Oh, I'm hilarious.
Hattiesburg.
You're right. I'm not funny. I'm hilarious.
uh, yeah. Cadets, 4 points off.
Hey.
No one cares.
Hey. We cracked 90 tonight.
Well, that's tonight, Mitchell.
Better
Not
late than never.
July 27th.
We're already better. We're already doing better than 2019. We didn't even crack 90 at all in 2019.
Look at Mandy's.
Yeah.
Point one above Cabby's.
So Cabbies have been fighting back in. They've been weaseling their way back in through weaving in and out of cores.
But I feel like everyone's kind of just they don't care about Cabbies this year. it's the battle between the bottom of finals and like Boston being in top two all of a sudden. Like
Right.
that's like what everyone's freaking out about. And it's like the
Yeah.
middle is like eh.
It's like,
Oh,
whatever.
wait,
They're there.
Mandarins is above Cabbies? Oh, I didn't even realize that. Like
Bro.
that's and then we have Crossman down here. Poor Crossman. I just think the difference in show isn't working out as well as I thought.
Yeah.
We got Normal. Where it at? There it is. We got our nice open class Guardians at a 72, Battalion 69, River City 67. You're not funny. Louisiana Stars 66, Colt Cadets at a 62.
I'd be with me.
Okay, we're moving on.
We're moving on.
Just because of that score. Atlanta.
Atlanta,
Part
which it wasn't
one.
one whole show this year. Sad face.
That's a whole nother debate. And look at how close Devils and Boston were that night.
Right thin.
Like, we're right there. And Crown about
Still
what?
a point out.
Point-
Yeah, Crown's a point out from Devils, so
Mm-hmm.
it's really anyone's game still.
And then Coates slightly underneath them, and then Vanguard, what, about point and a third
And then
away
the
from
stew
them.
bars.
Hmm.
The stew bars in
Oh.
in sixth place.
Cavies right underneath
That's my friend who
them.
marches Blue Stars. Name is his private Snapchat story for tour.
Yeah. Stop. Phantom now on top of Mandarins. But that score 85.9, literally .05. That's a
Right.
close score.
That's a very close score.
That's almost like one tick.
Yeah. Yeah. That's one
And
tick.
and then that kind of just drops down from there. But Music City, Academy, and Madison Scouts are all pretty close right there. But
Yeah.
they're all their scores are all what about a point?
Yeah.
This one a little
Yeah.
less so
Point
here,
and a
but
half. Yeah.
um,
Point and a half between
gold.
Madison and Music City.
Yeah,
Gold beating Heatwave. Man,
gold sounds
dude,
good this year, man.
they sound good, but I have a conspiracy theory.
Don't hate on Heatwave.
I'm not. DCI is gatekeeping to keep Heatwave out of finals. Confirmed.
They want to make finals.
Hey, Heatwave would 5 point the Devils.
No, they would not, Mitchell. What universe are you living in right now, man?
I'm living in my world. This is all
White
my world.
Lake,
This is my
Spartans,
world that I live in.
Southwind, Legends, and Raid. Is Owen marching with Raiders this year?
I could not tell you.
Is Miles as well?
No, I know he's
no.
not. Fun fact: Southwind used to be headquartered in Lexington, Kentucky.
You can go
Funny.
march with them.
I don't know about that one.
Why not?
It would be close. It would be really close.
What? Why not, Mitchell?
I don't know.
Is you don't want to perform with an open class score? What's wrong with an open
No,
class score?
no, that's not true at all. I don't know.
So my new friends from Bloom Carroll, when I was
Mhm.
teaching them with them last week.
Oh, is this the story you told me?
A couple of them
Oh
march in
no.
Cincinnati tradition,
Oh,
and
I
we saw
love
them over in
CT.
Mason.
Yeah,
And
CT's cool.
his name is Devin. He's like a euphonium baritone player. He he walks up to me and the percussion guy, the front ensemble guy.
Oh
there,
no.
and he's like, you should join CT. And I'm like, listen, man, if I had time on the weekends, I would totally join CT just to march with you. 'Cause
Right.
he's a cool guy, and I really do like him. But he invited me to come march CT, and I'm like, you need them like right now. He's like, I'm like, I mean, I could throw a show together in a couple weeks.
Oh yeah.
They rehearse only on the weekends, and it's in
You could do it.
Cincinnati.
You could do it.
But I was
Go
just
for
like,
it.
is it free? I'm like, I have bills to pay.
This is true.
Sorry, sir. What
Man.
story did I tell you?
The one with the where you kind of shut down some.
Oh no, that's that that's
Typical high school ego.
yeah.
God.
That's what everyone's got to do. Winston Salem.
Mm-hmm.
I think I pronounced that right.
Yep. They used to have a
d-
super regional there for BOA, actually.
This was Night Beat, and
Yep.
Devils and Crown did not get to perform. I will add, but
Man,
Boston took it. Woohoo!
Devils and Crown got a 0.00. Man,
Dang,
imagine
Devils is
not.
out of finals of this show.
Devils is out of finals.
Dang, man.
This is unfortunate.
I can't believe that.
Devils
In what
dropped like
world?
93 points from one show to the next.
Let's look at this in depth here,
Oh.
though.
I swear to
Um,
God, I love the Devil show this year. I have no hatred towards them. It's just funny jokes.
Vanguard is what, a little under a point. They've closed the gap though. I think they've slowly
Who?
started close Vanguard with Coates. They've tightened it in a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Um,
1.15 ish.
Now Cadets and Cabbies are right next to each other there.
That's still a
And-
point.
Well,
Point
look
and a
at that.
quarter.
Colts.
Beating Crossman.
Colts. Top three. Colts top three. Knights.
So true.
Knights are. I don't know what happened to Knights, man.
It's just
Did-
it's
they-
just
they
the show
marched-
design for me. It's just the
Did
show
they
design for me
march
this year.
in? Did they
21,
march?
yeah.
So they had a show in 21.
Yeah.
So this is not a good year for nights.
I feel
I
really
don't
bad for
I
him
don't know
because
how
I'm
they've
telling you,
dropped.
it's just the show design for me. It just doesn't do it for me. Um, I think the caption heads are doing all they can, and the performers are performing well. It's just the show just has its limitations.
Hmm.
Like there's
I
just
hope
not
next
much.
year their show's better, and then they just kind of
Yeah, they kind
jump
of
back
take
up.
back their yeah, they kind of take back their finalist spot. Yeah,
But
I
I
don't
think
know.
what's
Well,
going to happen.
we can't write them off yet.
I mean, not yet, but I mean,
We're getting kind of close.
it's getting close to the point where it's like, sorry, you're out. Like next week, we'll be able to tell who's in finals probably.
Oh yeah, I think
And
so. After Allentown, I think we got a pretty good idea.
And I mean, last week we had the two cores that would make finals, and who it would we had the two that would be out and the two that would be in. Crossmen and
Right.
Knights are the ones that could be out. Troopers and Colts are the ones that could be in. And as of right now, Colts is in finals.
Yeah,
Like
and
so,
justifiably so. I totally
like
agree with what they're doing.
I mean, their show just works together in all spectrums. Like their show is just
Hmm.
the show theme, the uniforms, the the whole
Right.
show design. Like it all works together.
I just I really like what Colts are doing from a brass perspective this year. I really enjoy it.
Uh huh.
Like it's just doing it for me this year. Like this is something else that I love. I love what they're doing this year.
Yeah, but I'm very surprised with with what they brought to the table this season.
Oh, I am too. I am
So
too. You if
no
you
complaints here.
at the beginning of the season you told me Colts are in finals and not just in 12th, but barely, but like locking up 10th, almost close to locking up 10th. I would
Mm-hmm.
have looked at you and said, "You're absolutely just hilarious, dude." Because I didn't think that was gonna happen. But you know what? Here we are. And Colts are really put on a show. Shout out to my boy Carl, killing it, killing on the trumpet with the red zone. Let's go.
Honestly, the thing with Knights being possible to jump back up, like say next year if they like do get out of finals, the thing that afraid makes me afraid is that now that some of these like say the cores Colts or Troopers somehow make it, and they're not gonna put up an easy fight.
No.
They're now in this and they want to stay in it.
Mm,
And that's the scary part about being bottom of finals is you don't know what's gonna happen next year. All you
and
can do is
there's gonna
fight
be
to
a lot
move
of
up.
updates with like auditionees. Like you're gonna get a lot more auditionees
A
at Colts this year.
lot more
A lot
profit
more
for the organization.
troopers, a lot more troopers auditionees, and just because if they make finals, they're gonna. I mean, troopers are already gaining
Well,
a lot of popularity back.
sales will go up in general.
True.
T-shirt sales, product sales, plus like all the organization camp fees that people have to pay,
And
audition packets. Like,
if I might say, I will say I do know that Blue Knights is going through a director change in like the board of their
mm-hmm.
organization. So that might, cause a little bit of a, I don't want to say down year, but there's been some
Uh huh.
change. There's been some overturn in the organization. So
Yeah, I mean that's always hard to go through, but hopefully next year
hey,
everything will
they're
be
not out
kind
of it
of.
though. They're not out of it yet. We can't count them out.
I'm not again like if they are in their 12th though,
Yeah, most
maybe
definitely.
11th, maybe 11th. But I think they're either 12th or 13th right now.
Hmm.
Maybe 14th, maybe 11th. Like it those are the replace range. I don't see them going any higher unless something clicks together somehow in the next week and a half. Um, yeah,
Yeah,
week and a half. Like they have a week and a half,
yeah.
under a week and a half really till the
Prelims,
night of
semis. Yeah,
semis, to where they need to show that
yeah. They
they
need
need
to
to
come
show
out
that
and show
hey,
up.
show kind of doesn't work that well, but we still deserve finals. Like
Yeah,
at
we'll
least
see,
something.
dude. I don't know.
Um, Another open class show. What is open class worlds?
Let me pull that up real quick. I
Isn't it
want to
like
say the eighth and ninth. I want to say it's the eighth and ninth.
a Monday and Tuesday?
Mm-hmm. I think
Yeah,
so. Let's see.
because I mean
Open
these
class
scores.
prelims is August 8th in Marion, Indiana, and then the next day is finals.
Okay, so they're coming close to the end of their season.
Mm-hmm.
Spartans on top of this show, Guardians underneath them, River City Rhythm and Battalion pretty close together there,
Mm-hmm.
and then it drops down by what a little under 2 points,
Mm-hmm.
and then the Co Cadets and Les Stentors.
They're from Canada.
They are?
Yeah, Quebec.
I didn't even know that.
It's a French name.
We'll just put them at put them on first.
True.
They should win the whole entire show now.
True.
Oh,
So
my
true.
phone turned
So true, bestie.
off. Huntington, Phantom,
West Virginia. Oh,
Phantom.
no.
Uh, 2 points above the Colts, and then Blue Knights 3 points under, a little under 3 points under the Colts, and then Pacific Crest drops down there.
I
Man,
really feel bad for Crest. I
I
do.
feel so bad for Crest. Every time I see their scores, I'm like, dang
Come on.
nabbit. Like,
Come on.
and Gold at a 70.
Gold's. Yeah, Gold was on a COVID break for like the past like 3 weeks.
Gold is, Gold is like I think Gold's having a good season.
I think they are too. I don't know if they'll win open class this year, but if they didn't have that COVID like scare, if they
Uh
didn't
huh.
have that whole COVID break, I think they would have been in contention for it.
Yeah.
I
Oh
really
no,
do.
I forgot to get one of these scores. My bad.
What score?
The Lima, Ohio score. So
Oh
I have it on my
yeah.
phone. My buddies performed there because Cincinnati Tradition is on all age and got a 73.1.
There you
But
go.
for this open class Lima show, we have Gold at a 74.550, Southwind at a 71.90, Legends 69.95, Louisiana Stars 67.9, Raiders 64.6. I'm not surprised by those
Just
scores, but
curious right now. I'm gonna look and see where Gold stands in terms of open class cores.
I
So
mean, what that went up like
they'd
four
be
points.
right now they'd be fourth in open class.
That's not bad.
I lied, they'd be third.
That's not bad either.
Yeah, they'd be third, and Spartans would be fourth, and Vanguard Cadets would be winning it, and by a whole point over BDB right now. Yeah, man. If Vanguard Cadets and BDB get to like 14, 15, I'm gonna say, all right, something's up, something needs to change.
Mm-hmm.
Because I will be genuinely like, I don't know, because the thought that having an open class core, especially a feeder core, joining their
Uh-huh.
big brother core in finals, I would be absolutely terrified.
You know, I am I am triggered right now.
And that would never happen.
No, no,
It's
no.
never happened.
See how I have three more scores on here?
Right.
Cuz the other scores got posted so it refreshed on my phone. We have three.
Oh,
Let's go to Little Rock on July 27th. Blue Stars 86, Phantom 85, Blue Knights 4 points, a little under 4 points under that. Madison Scouts Genesis. I don't. I hate that my phone did that because I just read. What scores did I just read?
L. Lima.
That's from tonight, isn't it?
Oh, no? Maybe?
Yes, that's from today.
Oh,
All four scores for today are out.
oh.
So I read Lima. That's August 2nd. That's today. Well, Sheffield scores from the 29th. Spartans, Southwind, Legends, Raiders. Um, points go down. These guys are pretty close right here, Southwind and Legends. Out of curiosity, where is Southwind on that board?
Let's look. Southwind is at 26th place or 25th place. Yeah, 25th place. And they're in semis right now, barely.
Mm-hmm. And then
And
Murfreesboro,
Jersey Surf is out. Oh my.
Jerf, Jerfy, Jerf, Jerf.
Jerf Jerf
Yeah,
is out.
look at that. Blue. Oh, this is from the 29th. But Coates and Vanguard, Coates and Crown are right there together.
Yeah. They're holding hands.
And again, Boston and Devils. Boston knocking on that door. Um,
We'll see, dude.
Stars above Cavies now. Blue Knights down there. I mean, Blue Knights is just always points away from what's like where the action's going on this year.
Right.
They're in the sad part of the action, which makes me upset. But
Same.
let me read the scores from the other three shows now, since it all messed up over here on my phone. Took me out of order. Seaverville?
Sevierville or something, yeah.
From Tennessee tonight. Blue Stars first at an 89.05, close to breaking a 90. Cabby's second, 88.2. Mandy's at 87.1. Fourth place, Madison Scouts, 78.70. And then fifth place, Music City, 77.70. Man, Blue Stars almost cracked the 90 tonight. That's good for them.
Yeah.
Solemn, Salem. Um, First place, Carolina Crown, 94.4.
Wow.
Santa Clara Vanguard, 92.85. Colts, 84.9. And then Pacific Crest, 74.85. And then Annapolis.
Yeah. I will say cadets are closing the gap between them and Santa Clara.
Wait, hold on. I need to look at that score again real quick. Hold on. So, remember 94.4 for Crown.
Okay.
Because I'm going to read this score off.
Mm-hmm.
Blue Devils, 94.975.
They're cracking a 95 before Allentown. Gosh dang.
And then Blue Coats,
Crazy.
93.55. Cadets, 90.15.
We're
Cadets
making
at
up
their
ground
90.
with we're making up ground on SCV. I really think that we can pass SCV.
Crossman, 83.2.
Or at least put the fear of God in them.
80.45. The Academy, 76.5. Genesis, 73.65. And then Jerf at 68.70. These DCI rankings I have here are before these shows got posted.
Mm-hmm.
So they're probably slightly different now.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, we might as well take a look at it.
Top six is the same.
So before these shows that we just listed off tonight, this is what we were working with. Boston hasn't had a show since
Night beat.
Night Beat, so we've had a couple days. So, but that just gives us clean.
Mm-hmm.
So the next show we go to, like, we could be above Devils and Crown. Like, we never know with
Who
this
knows?
judging system. Because it's cleaning time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is, like, the last long clean time we get. And then it's
yeah.
in the finals.
And it's the push into Indy.
But so these scores are going to be a little different now. Obviously, Coats, Crown, and Devils have gone up. Boston will stay the same since we haven't performed in a couple days, but not in second place. But it's the same score of the most recent, of the 93.55, since we haven't gone recently, since Night Beat. But I mainly want to look at the bottom here. Like, we have Colts 85.15, Mandy's 85.9. But this is where I wanted to look. And again, just this is without the four shows from tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So, I had done this like an hour ago. I didn't expect us to have any of these shows.
Crossmen are
So,
in, Blue Knights are out. We know that. I just want to make
yeah.
sure.
Knights are out with this ranking list, and
hmm
Crossmen are in, and Troopers. The Troopers performed tonight, didn't they?
hmm They
I
made
mean,
up 2 points.
so
I think
they're
I think there's a world where I could see them doing it. It's just with if they didn't have that COVID problem, I think they would have made it. For like,
yeah,
I think they would have
I
had a really
agree.
good shot at making it.
I
I
think
still think they have a shot. Like, don't get me wrong. I really think they have a
mhm.
shot.
I
It's just
think
gonna
right
come down to
now,
clean and how the judges like their show in direct comparison to Blue Knights or Crossman.
I think as of right now, we can make like last week, and I think the week before. Was it the week before or last week that we decided these four?
I think it was the
Which
week before.
because I think honestly, I hate to say it, but with Troopers having that COVID break, I think it is very close, but it's almost time to kind of cut them off. I don't
We'll
think they're gonna
see.
make it this year. It's possible
I don't think they'll
if
make it
the
this year, but I don't think they're gonna go down without a fight.
I think they'll like be maybe first out, but again, first out's either gonna be Crossmen or Blue Knights. We know that now,
I think
because
so.
as of right now, it's Blue Knights.
hmm
But Colts is safe. I think Colts is safe right now. Again,
hmm
the shows could change up, building up into it, and we could end up with the same finalists. But I don't. I think I want chaos, so I think Colts is going to be in, and I think Troopers sadly won't make it, and I think Knights will be the one that are out. So
I
I think
agree.
I think finals will be Crossmen and um, Colts instead of Blue Knights and Troopers.
hmm
That's a call. We have a week and a half till that night, basically a little under that, but we're at that point to where we can start calling stuff like
We
that.
have 11 days till
So
finals.
yeah, so we're we're there, like a week and a half. So it's scary to think
We're
about that.
there.
Like we are there already. Such a quick season, but like we're there.
hmm
Okay, let's do this. Let's do this ranking list.
Let's get that. Let's get that for sure.
I think I think we can determine top two either
Devils or
order
Boston in whatever
Boston or
order.
Devil. I'm putting a little bracket saying that they could be switched.
Yeah.
So top two Devils or Boston. I mean, Crown can get thrown in there just depending on performances.
I think Crown's ceiling is second. I think their floor is fourth.
Uh huh. I don't see Crown getting fourth place.
I don't see Crown getting fourth place either.
Hold on, I have to grab another pencil. I'm gonna have to grab a pen since my mechanical pencil ran out of
Oh, lame.
lead.
Lame.
Um, so Devils on second and first with Boston. I think Crown will get third,
I do too.
but in my theory is I think Boston Crown Devils. I think that's where I feel like that's a possibility of happening.
If that
Maybe
happens,
not.
pandemonium ensues.
No, that's fun.
Lucas Oil Stadium turns into a riot.
I think that'd be fun though. Then I think Coats are fourth, Vanguard fifth,
hmm
Cadets sixth, but possibly push into fifth.
hmm
Um,
I don't think anyone from below cadets pushes cadets out of sixth. I think they're going to
um,
put a distance on them.
yeah. So who do we think seventh?
Blue Stars.
Blue Stars, Cavies. We thinking
Stars,
Cavies at all?
Cavies. Stars, then Cavies,
Then Mandy's.
then
Well,
Mandy's.
that's what I'm thinking. I feel like Mandy's might be above Cavies to be honest.
Oh, God. It's
I
going to be
see
really
that.
close with them. Put a bracket with Cavies and Mandy's.
Okay, because I think Mandy's is very possible. Like we have 11 days till that night. I think Mandy's they've been packing heat all season.
Mm-hmm.
So and then now 10th, we want to throw Phantom at 10th, or
Yes.
do we
And
want to
my
throw Phantom into that bracket with Mandy's and Cavies?
go for it.
Because I think Phantom. I don't
I
know if
want to
Phantom
look at
can. Go,
something real quick.
I don't think Phantom can go up to 8th, but I think Phantom could be 9th or 10th. So like
Hmm.
they can get thrown into that mix, but they're only like 9th and 10th.
I think they're going either ninth or 10th. And I think, see, I don't see a world where we have Colts miss out on finals because
I
as
think
of right
Colts are
now,
11th.
yep, I see. 'Cause as of right now, I'm looking at it and their last score from tonight was an 84.9, and Crossman from tonight was an 83.2. So they've built up a point and a half in terms of gap wise, and in, especially in terms of Blue Knights, they've almost built up a 2.5 point gap between Colts and Blue Knights. So I
And
can't see
we're
them
gonna,
out.
I assume we're ending finals with Crossman and then Blue Knights and then Troopers first two out.
I want to say yeah,
I don't
because
I
I
don't want
just
to I don't think a bracket is deserved for Blue Knights and Crossman. I don't
no
think it's going to happen.
no.
I think that's our finalist group. Placements will probably be a little different, but I think the placements that we have on here with like the
Hmm.
brackets, I think these like brackets here are going to be about it and that's the scores. But everything else will be like that.
Hmm.
And I want to bring this with us when we go because I think that's what it's going to be.
I think that's what it's gonna be. We just gotta check it off on the list.
So, what captions we got? We got general effect,
Music,
um,
Biz, Perk, and Color Guard.
music, viz, perk. I assume brass is included in that music.
Oh, yeah, it's brass. I'm sorry, not music.
Let's say.
My bad.
um, so color guard Boston obviously has to go to
I
Boston.
think so. I
I
think so.
mean, Boston's had a top color guard for the last what 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Um, perk. Well, Vanguard's not taking perk this year. I'm telling you that right now.
I don't think they are.
It's either
I think it's
Devils
it's
or
Devils or
Boston.
Boston.
But I mean, recently Boston's been taking it
I want to look and see when was their last head to head.
head to head. Was
Was
that?
that night
It
beat?
wasn't. No, because they didn't perform. Devils. Devils didn't perform that
Oh
night.
crap.
Let me
Oh
look on
boy.
this DCI stats page. Um,
Let's see, head to head.
at
Oh, I can do this on the
Atlanta.
website. It might have been. So Blue
Well,
Devils,
no, because
Boston Crusaders.
no, not Atlanta, because Vanguard got it.
It was Atlanta.
It was.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. So I'm gonna look at the recap for that. I want to see who won perk that night.
Well, that night it says that Vanguard won perk, but I don't think
No,
Vanguard's winning percussion
no, they didn't.
for the DCI
Atlanta,
Southwestern.
Southeastern.
Oh, Southeastern. I'm down.
Southeastern, Boston won it by point zero
Yeah,
five over
I was about to
Devils.
say. I remember Boston winning in Atlanta, so I was like, why
And
the heck does
Vanguard
it
was
say it on
point
here?
zero five behind Devils for an 18.6. Blue Devils had an 18.65 and
Yeah,
Crusaders had 18.7.
I don't. I think I can see Vanguard getting top three in percussion, but not first or
Right.
second.
I just
Maybe second, but not first.
no. 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 I just think what Boston Devils are doing in terms of percussion this year are just I think they just top Vanguard this year.
So, what are we feeling?
I could throw a coin toss for either of those two. What are your thoughts?
I think that with I think Boston will pull percussion out.
It's and remember,
Top,
it's all about consistency because it's an average of all 3 days.
yeah, But I think Colin McNutt is a very consistent teacher, and I'm not saying Skojo's not.
No,
I just think that Boston is driving forces here. Not to be biased, I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible.
I think it's their percussion.
I think it's gonna be theirs. And I think this is what's going to end up happening. I think Boston's going to end up taking a lot of more of these um, captions, but if Devils wins, it's going to be like a general effect type thing. But I think Perk will go to Boston. And honestly, from the South Eastern competition in Atlanta, um, like Vige and was close between them too. And
By
Boston
point
is
one, yeah.
like Boston is cleaning that Vige. That's like the thing that they think. I think that's the thing that they are working on the most is that. And from that that competition, they basically got like everything second, right under Devils.
Mm-hmm.
But I think obviously they're gonna have stuff cleaned up.
Mm-hmm.
But I think visual will go to Devils.
I think so too.
I think GE will go to Devils.
I do too.
And Crown will go to Brass. I think Crown will end up taking Brass again, sadly. Just because that
I'm
night.
not gonna say that yet.
Well, if you look at
I know. Trust me, I
that
know. I'm
competition,
looking at it right
they
now.
got Brass and Vanguard's .5 underneath that. No, .4. Sorry,
Point
.4. They're
eight.
.4.
Wait. Yeah.
18.7 to 18.3. That's .4 under, and Boston's only .2 behind them, like Crown. But
Yeah.
Devils got third in Brass, so I think Crown will end up taking Brass, but that will be the only caption they get, and they'll
Mm-hmm.
sit in third place with that.
I think so too. I
And
could
then
see that happening.
but then
I don't
Boston
know.
and I
I
think
want to.
Boston will get Perk and Color Guard. Crown will get GE and Visual, and then Crown or not Crown. Devils will get GE and Visual, and Devils will end up winning with GE. I think
Probably.
I think that's probably what's going to end up happening.
I think they're gonna eke it out just barely.
Or somehow Coates will get GE and be in fourth place now.
All right, let's have a chit chat here. Um,
Oh yeah, these uniforms. I forgot to bring this up because it's on the
let's have a
video
quick
right
little
here.
chit chat here because I don't understand what they add to the show. I feel like it's just extra. I feel like they're grasping at it. Just it seems to me that it's just like a grasping at straws, and I know that's not what's happening, but it just really feels to me like it's like what can we do to boost the GE of this book?
I don't think
Because
it does anything.
I
I
don't think
think
it
it
does
makes it look
either. Not in
worse.
my opinion. I think it's a little better than the other ones, but you know.
I don't think that. I'd rather have the other ones over these
Oh,
white,
I would too.
yellow pajamas.
I watched the transition tonight too, and it just was not. They just sit behind the prop and transition in their uniforms, and I'm like, come on. If you're gonna do a uniform change, do it kind of do it have a cool one. Like cadets this year, how they take off their jackets in the jazz show, in the jazz movement. Come on. That's fine. That's fine. But this just does not do it for me. I love Blue Coat shows. I do. I do. I love 18. I really do. I love
I
Tilt.
love Blue Coat shows. All you say is you love 18. That's the only show you like,
I
Mitchell.
love Tilt. Tilt's really cool. Downside Up is really cool.
Yeah, that's
2010's
why they
really
won.
cool.
That's why they won.
True. So true. So true, Bestie. But
2015, but 2015, Carolina Crown should have won hands down. Inferno should have won. Devin agrees from Cincinnati tradition. He agrees.
Evan is God. Okay, I guess I can't argue with God.
Well, listen, Ryan Herring at JW Mitchell, the school I taught at, he marched in Inferno.
Oh, did he really?
Inferno should have won, yeah. We did the same tarp stuff. Kind of, in a way, but with water instead of fire.
L.
um, hey, don't hate.
I'm not hating. I just hate tarps.
Silk,
Tarps.
silks, tarps. You hate them all. So
I
you
hate tarps.
so
I
you hate
don't
my
hate
you've
silks.
hated so you've hated all of the tarps we've had at Tarpon.
I hate marching on tarps. Tarps just suck.
Glad to
Especially on
see
a
how you feel.
especially on a turf field. Like that just drives me nuts. Marching on a tarp, like you take one wrong step or if you use the perfect marching technique, you're going down in the ground on a tarp.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really use technique on a tarp, which is what kind of bothers me a little bit. But yeah, let's get in these clips.
I love this clip, dude.
I can't hear it. Oh no,
Huh?
I can't hear it.
Oh, you can't hear it. Hold on.
No. Oh no.
Ah.
Big L
Hold on.
crying on the inside.
Can you hear it now?
Ah, there we go.
There we go. Technical difficulty. Does it look good to you?
Yeah,
Look at what they did.
I know.
I think that.
This right here is an example of.
I think it's the funniest thing ever.
I think
They
it
should get
is
first
too.
place.
I have you seen that picture of the Academy like 2019 like chalkboard with all the like predictions for like future shows and everything,
No, I
and it
have
says
not.
Blue was robbed on it. Oh, I need to find that picture. I need to send that to you at some point. But basically, it's like Academy's 2019 show, or like 18 or something, that had like a whiteboard on it,
Uh
like it had
huh.
a whiteboard, and there's like just a bunch of like conspiracy theories and whatnot, or like hot takes on that board. And one says Blue was robbed, and there's a meme out there with like it's a picture of that saying Blue is robbed, and then it's just a picture of the Blue Coats for
You'll
19, and
just
it's just like,
send
man,
it to me later.
oh, it's glorious.
Genesis.
Prophecy, the wizard.
It's ironic that they have like Willy Wonka and Wizard
Dorothy
of
and the
Oz,
Wizard of
yeah,
Oz, yeah.
going on this year.
Did
Dear
you did you
Mitchell,
hear the we're off to see the wizard motif at the end?
I did.
I honestly am really impressed with Genesis this year.
Oh yeah,
Ah,
they're doing
ah.
pretty good.
Is this from tonight?
Oh, well, no, it's not from tonight.
Well, that was from tonight. So I figured
Mitchell, I got these videos like however many hours ago. Okay,
true.
I don't know when they're from.
I love the trumpet feature. Oh, this is from Nightbeat.
Seventh place.
Hey, hey.
Such a short
I
clip.
love that. I love the closer is really cool, and I love the company front. They hit the company front tonight like perfectly.
Good.
It made me happy. Company fronts make me
Fantastic.
happy.
Sequel.
too. Like, I love that drill move.
That looks so nice. Woo!
Stop. Stop. Don't, please, God.
Thunderclap Vanguard. Still don't like their uniforms.
I don't either.
Too many white uniforms this year.
And the knee bend, but you know what? They aren't gonna change that ever.
This kind of watching this show just reminds me of Babylon for some reason.
It's just they're just pulling at the
the
Babylon
uniforms.
motif. That and just like the props.
Mm-hmm. It's like the same style in a way.
And the music's the same style as Babylon.
So this is just copy. This like the forward marching with the knee bend. I can like that's whatever with that. But it's the backwards marching with the knee bend that gets me.
Yeah, that's what does it for me. It's like, come on. I just
the backwards
I don't like
is too
it.
much.
It just scares me.
Like I would trip.
I would totally trip.
That's why I'm not in Santa Clara Vanguard.
That's why I don't want to march pant leg.
Gold.
It's the bike. It's the bike. Give her a shot.
Gold's doing good this year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I really like gold this year. They're doing well.
Oh, me too. I keep opening that menu up.
Don't open that menu up, bud.
I keep hitting escape so I can like close out the video, but then
Real question is, do you have the Devils playing tank?
I don't know.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
We'll see. Be patient.
I love.
Here's the uniforms. Mitchell.
I don't understand what they add. Like, I don't.
Yeah, they're not getting top 3. There's no way.
I can't see it. I can't see it. It's just not.
They'd have to bump Boston Devils or Crown out. And
I don't think they do that.
I think regardless of the placements in top 3, those are our top 3.
Yeah.
And you're not moving that.
Come on, please. Somebody says tank. Is it tank or their ballad? If it's tank, I love tank. Oh, this is the closer.
I wonder if that's a hole or if that was just spacing.
I think it might have been spacing.
This video is so laggy. Come on, Flo.
I really do love their book this year. They're playing Tank. Like, Tank is such a cool song.
No comment.
Oh, come on, dude. Oh, come on.
The Boston Company front.
If Boston wasn't in position that they are this year, then you would like it.
Oh, I wouldn't.
What?
You know I wouldn't. Adding new things, man. Wait. quiet in my earphones. Yeah, Ryan. Wow, I went to school with that guy. That baritone player I just saw. That was Sebastian. Him and I went to USF together.
Oh, that's cool.
So does Steven and I.
I just my one complaint about Boston this year.
Don't say it.
I just it's just it really the show theme just really it just again it just doesn't really speak to me. It's really hard to like. It's just not
Listen,
portrayed in. I don't know.
though the show theme may not be speaking, they're still performing their behind off to be
Oh,
up in
I'm not
top two.
doubting that. I'm not. No, yeah, I'm not disagreeing there. It's just the show theme. It's just not very accessible.
I see.
Uh,
Again, I see what you mean. We've talked about this before.
Right,
But
right. They're still
first
doing
out of
really well.
finals. First out of finals.
As of right now, yeah.
Blue coat circles. I don't mean to be picky, but just hearing like the music in this section, I don't. It doesn't sound like the finalist score.
No, and that's not the performer's fault.
Yeah, it's just. It seems very, very sloppy.
It's just the book just isn't for me this year. It's just not it for me. And it's really sad because again, I've said this before. I think it's the design. It's not the performer's fault
Mm-hmm.
because I think the caption heads are doing all that they can to squeeze every little bit that they can out of the show. I just
You can only
I don't
squeeze so
know.
much, though.
Right?
Only squeeze so
There's
much.
only I don't know, dude. It
I
really
I hope they can figure it out,
I hope they do. I
but
hope we see them in finals, but you know, I
I
wouldn't
think
be
they're gonna be
super
first
upset.
out.
I do too. I think that's a pretty consensus bet between us.
I mean, they could surprise us. Who knows? They may win.
True. Anything's still possible.
Rossman. Here
I
we
love
go.
the
Hit the
uniforms.
X.
Wakanda forever.
You know what their uniforms remind me of?
Hmm.
It kind of reminds me of E equals MC squared and Inferno put together. Like the Shaco in like the color scheme.
The Shaco is a traditional Texas Shaco.
It just reminds me of those two shows
No, you're
uniforms.
right. That's a traditional Texas Shaco, though. I will say. Oh,
Music
Music City. I
City.
really like Music City's book this year.
Oh, me too. I like their show as well.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, quick legs, quick legs. Just, I'm getting
My one
pumped, man.
complaint with Bentleg, it seems like there's just so much more motion that's required, like
Mm-hmm.
with bent leg, than just pushing the entire leg just straight back.
Oh yeah. Next week's gonna be
Like you have
exciting.
to like arch your leg out. Oh, it definitely is. I'm so excited for that. Getting back together, getting watch some drum corps. It should be fun.
Next week's gonna be chaotic.
It's gonna be mass chaos and destruction, and I'm here for it.
Like, there's so many things that are gonna cause a riot. Crown not getting top two.
People
Boston
are
if they
gonna be
beat out Devils.
so butthurt about Crown not being top two,
Yeah,
and
Boston beating out Devils, or Devils fans, if especially Devils fans, if they somehow get third.
oh, okay, I'd be mad.
Vanguard,
I'll be mad if Devils
Vanguard,
gets
if
third.
Cadets goes above them.
Mm, mm.
People from Coats in general. Um,
Maniacal laugh.
Cavies fam and
Maniacal laugh.
yeah, Cavies Phantom and Mandy's. Um, that's just all chaos. Crossman and Blue Knights, I think, are gonna have some upsets, obviously, and Troopers probably just because they're so
Troopers could just come
close.
in and just be like, "Hey guys, Crossman and Blue Knights, I see you guys in 12 and 13, but I'm gonna offer up another idea. How about
So
you
now,
guys be third? How about you guys be 13th and 14th? Well, I take the 12. Sounds
so
great.
let's add a .5 placement in here, just because I kind of want to stir the pot more. If Spirit was on the field this year, where would we put them?
It would have to depend on the show, dude.
I
It
think
really would.
I think
I think they'd be right there in 12 through 11 through 14, 15.
I think oh yeah, they would definitely be in that little circle, but I think they would
What
probably
do
be
we
ten point
see?
five. I think they would be above Colts if they were fielding a core.
It depends on the show.
It does depend on the show, but in theory, if they had a great show, just like Colts,
Hmm
I think they'd be above Colts.
I could see it.
So I'm gonna put 10.5 because they are fielding a core next year. It is
Yes, they
official.
are. I did see that.
They posted that,
I
so
want to
good
know
for
how their
them.
auditions are going to be. I want to know how much turnout they get for auditions. I'm curious to
Well,
hear about that.
the thing that is making me most upset is people are still like bagging on them. Like,
Come
listen,
on. They
they
fixed
took
their
a step
crap.
back. They took a whole year off, which is very hurtful to an organization like that, and took time to fix it. You need to respect that. Like, yeah, issues happened, but like they took responsibility,
Yeah,
basically cleaned house, I assume,
I would
and
think
restarted.
so.
Like,
Maybe? I
like
haven't heard
I
anything about
yeah,
staff.
yeah, I haven't heard anything about staff either, but like people
I
need
would
to stop
assume.
like tearing it apart.
Come on. Like,
Like
it's
I see people in the
ridiculous.
comments on their posts like fold or
Shut up. You
like
don't want Spirit to
and
fold. I want
and
Georgia on my mind every year in warm-ups.
yeah,
I
and there's
want
still
Georgia in my mind
and there are
now.
people still saying do better. It's like they're trying.
They're making the effort to, which people
Like
need to just lay off them. Unless they just don't, and then they just still have issues,
and the
then
funny thing is
fine.
with issues like this in the past, it's never been that torn up like it was with Spirit this last year.
Yeah,
And I hate to say it, like it's a serious thing, but it's never been torn up like it has. I'm not saying
right.
don't tear it up,
No,
but
you
obviously,
should, but
when an organization's like doing better, took the initiative, took a year off, and is now announcing, hey, like we're having auditions for next season, don't just start being like,
they had a merch booth at Atlanta.
yeah, I saw that, and I mean, they lost money, like they
I
had
would
to
have
have.
bought, dude, I would have bought a Spirit shirt.
I would have too.
I love Spirit, dog. I
Like
love Georgia on my mind. I want it every year. I want to hear that every year in the lot. That's
I
all
just,
I want.
I just think regardless of the core, everything like that needs to be taken the same amount of intensity.
Right.
But as soon as a core has taken the time, like listen, if say when Spirit comes back this next season, it's not fixed, you can go right ahead.
Yeah.
But we don't know that, and that as of right now, it looks like they're making this change. So we can't just
hmm
you can't
You're
just
right.
keep barking at them like they're trying.
100%. 100%.
Like
And that's
they
what
had
really
mess
ticks me
ups.
off.
Yeah.
Everyone has this. I mean, look at the Cadets. They had the whole George Hopkins incident,
Mm-hmm.
and now look where they are, knocking on the door of fifth place, and arguably probably should be in fifth place. But that's a whole other debate.
Uh-huh.
Um, that's a whole other debate. But they're back. They didn't even break 90 last year at finals. They were in ninth place at finals with an 89 something. They
Mm-hmm.
cracked. They cracked finals. They cracked 90 the the second to last week of the season this year. Come on.
Yeah, I mean that's great for them. That's a
Oh, I'm here for it.
lot of
Yeah.
progress. Um, but like with any core, like I don't even remember them taking it like people like just coming at them that
People didn't
much for
dog the cadets this much.
like it was
I
more
mean,
towards
people
George
are like,
Hopkins.
yeah. I mean, but we were. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. 19 was not our best show, and 19 was kind of a absolute mess.
Mm-hmm.
For more reasons than just the show, but I'm not really gonna get into that right now. There's a whole lot of things that I've heard. But still,
I
the
just
point
think
stands.
like obviously with Spirit's situation, the staff didn't handle it like
No,
well,
no, they
but
handled it completely wrong.
you can't like fully take that out on the organization
No,
because the organization, yeah, like those guys and staff speak for that organization, and it is their fault. But now
right.
that the organization's cleaned those people out, I assume,
I would hope.
and like if they didn't, like that's different story. But I think they probably did,
I think they did. I hope to God
and
they did instead of just giving them a slap on the wrist and say, "Hey, do better."
um, and if they did that and they're making the organization better, they're looking to keep performing. That's the whole point of drum corps is to become a performer, to keep going in the marching programs,
Hmm.
especially if like your college band doesn't do that intensity of drum corps,
Hmm.
percussion, brass, color guard, like just intense, competitive,
Hmm.
blasting my face off. Like
Yeah.
that's it's just it's also there to make life friendships and even families like
Hmm.
you meet like drum corps is a place where you meet anybody you could
Yeah.
ever meet like and
Yeah.
these people will be friends with you till the day you die
Right.
and it's that's the point of it. It's not like drum corps is not here to like haze anybody or
No.
harass or anything. It's there to be a performer and to perform the best way you can and be competitive and
Be
make
confident.
friends, family, exactly, and to excel in your music experience.
Hmm.
And when that's this stuff happens, it happens all of the time, and I guarantee there's more cases in all of this in every corps that
Hmm.
may have been resolved within the organization, never had to become public, and may have just be hidden still. Like it's that like that's what people don't probably take into account is that it's a thing that probably um gets resolved more than you think
Hmm.
it does.
Right.
So, obviously, I think Spirit's doing great things, obviously, if they're coming back onto the field. I think they would be silly to not clean house and
Yeah.
come back than to.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah, so I think they have it figured out. So I'm giving them my love back because I love Spirit. And I stand with Spirit with the new organization, I'll call it, until I see otherwise.
I agree. I'm
So
in the same boat.
but I mean, besides for that, I mean,
Stay tuned we're gonna have a whole lot of content next week.
oh yeah, next week, all the way up to that following Wednesday when the finals video is posted, is going to be very, 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 very busy. Like
Yeah.
like this week, everyone's basically heading east. Like we're getting, we're heading east. Next week, we're going to be at that home stretch, going on up into finals week, and bringing it all home with the kicker.
Yeah.
So as we close out, t-shirt orders, pre-orders, actually end on the 14th.
12
They won't
days
be,
from date of recording.
yeah, they won't be available for personal purchase probably till September or maybe even October, depending on a new situation that has arisen. Um, but so place those orders. I know some of my students have. This is
Yeah.
the funniest thing ever, in my opinion. Um, but Hades update. We are done with part three.
Yes.
Just some percussion things I need to do, but now we're moving into part four, and part four will be the easiest movement probably, just because it starts off slow. It starts off a little slower, and then it gets into a faster tempo, and then it's gonna be a quicker movement than you think it is. Um,
Any
and then
updates on that potential addition to the writing? Um, you were talking
arrange.
to me about this.
Oh, other arrangers.
Yes.
Yeah, there is a possible percussion arranger, at least for front. But I want a percussion arranger that can do front and drumline, just because I can do front. Like I'm fine with doing front, and with
Right.
drumline, it's not that I can't write the part; it's that I can't notate it the 100%
Right.
way that it would look clean. So I mainly just need it like cleaned up. Um, Obviously, I'm not perfect at writing drumline parts, but
No.
I can write what I want in my
Right.
head, play it on a pad, and then try and put it into music score with how I want it to hear, but it probably doesn't look the way it should. Um, so I'm still looking for a percussion arranger, but I have been speaking with somebody. But I don't know if they'll be here for Hades. That's the thing.
True.
Um, the dates of these releases probably will change. I'll get more into that as we approach the BOA season. I'm gonna try and give myself 2 months for every show instead of one.
Fair.
Um, just because Hades has taken me a lot longer than I thought it was. Just because I've had band camps I've had to go to, I've had late work days with people quitting and etc. etc. Um, and me coming home tired and passing out for 5 hours, and I'm like, oh well,
Right.
got I don't know what to do now. Um, but I possibly might have part four done before Indy. I
Ooh.
doubt it, but I probably will be very close.
There you go.
But for Hades, we have just part three percussion, like mainly like drumline hit. That's about it. So it's like 12 measures of like, I just think tenors and basses I need. Um, then part four, then part five, and then the tag of the show, and then I kind of just put it into GarageBand, add all my sound effects I want, and then kaboom, Hades is
There we
made.
go.
Um, and Hades, I don't know if I talked about it before, but there's a cool design that's going to come out the day it releases in September.
Ooh.
Um, but I can't spoil that.
Man.
Mitchell and I also have to go over kind of like just prop ideas and kind of skirt ideas and all that for this show. Um, just for fun, just to have more of a generalized theme. So if a band kind of wants to purchase those ideas as well, they can. Um, I just think it's also fun to do that. Just kind of
Oh yeah.
design and create like silks and Shako tops if they have it, or skirts on the side of the uniform, or a uniform in general, like a costume, like stuff like that. But I mean, besides for
Right.
that, next week will be the same release time at 1 o'clock. Semifinals, prelims may be different release times, just because um, timing in the day and all of the above. But then the finals video won't get posted till the following Wednesday, which will be, what is that? The 17th, and then the 24th will start season 2 with BOA. And Bands of America is gonna be exciting, and we'll probably be going to a Carmel rehearsal next week. My
Ooh.
first time seeing
Ooh.
Carmel in general. He got to see Tarpon last year. Yeah, last year. Yeah, he
20,
came down.
21. Yeah. 21.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he came down to Florida last year, but now I
Mm-hmm.
get to drive on over to Carmel and take a picture in front of their semi
Yes, sir.
with a tarpon shirt on.
Don't do that.
I'm gonna wear my tarpon shirt and my Boston Core
Go
jacket,
for it.
and I'm
Go
gonna go up to
for
Mr.
it.
Pote and be like, "Hey, look at this picture of us."
Oh my God.
Because Mr. Pote taught one of my all counties one year, my sophomore year, I think,
Right. Something
something
like
like
that.
that.
Something
But
like
yeah,
that.
besides for that, next week's gonna be busy, and we're approaching the home stretch of DCI this year,
Oh
and
man. It's
World
gone by quick.
Championships next week. And I mean, we've kind of made our mock list of who we're like. It may change by next week, but I mean, I think that's pretty much what it's gonna be.
Seems like
Um,
just yesterday I was sitting there calling you after the tour premieres saying Boston was robbed hard.
and now we robbed it back.
Here you go.
We've been
Fine.
knocking on every person's door that robbed us, like, hey, give
Hi.
it back.
Howdy. I'm gonna take your place and you're gonna move down one. Um you're gonna do
Bye.
that until I
Bye.
you're gonna move that until I say I'm done.
That Grim Reaper meme's still the funniest.
Oh, that's glorious.
That's a bad DCI meme.
Oh God. Bad
How is there
DCI
not an account
meme.
like that?
Oh, there is.
There is.
Oh, there's definitely. I've followed one of them, I'm sure. I'm
Ooh.
sure. I'm sure.
Okay, well that's it for this week,
All
guys.
right.
So, I mean, busy week next week, so stay tuned. Get your t-shirt pre-orders in, and besides for that, thanks for joining in, and we'll see you all next week with a busy week of World
Oh
Championships.
boy.
Home stretch. We
Yes,
just headed
sir.
east. We're bringing it home. So that's it for this week. Catch you all next week. Peace out.